Hey guys, welcome back to a YouTube video. Today's video is gonna be so epic because I'm talking about how good God is, and that's what makes it epic. Anyways, so we're just gonna talk about prayer because I like praying.
I'm also gonna be talking about some of the things that I've been studying in this past week, but that's later on in the video.
I used to not like praying because I thought there was a specific way it was done, and you know, you had to start it a specific way, end it a specific way, and say all these specific things in the middle, because that's just how I grew up. Anyways, that's not the point. Last month, I was praying to God, and I was just, like, asking, like, about a relationship. And I'm like, I just want to know if, like, this is something you want me to get into, like, stuff like that. He straight up told me no, okay? God straight up said, no, not now. And I didn't understand at first. I was like, but why not? Like, I was like, I'm tired of being single. 18 and single. I was praying this week, and because I was praying a lot this week, and hear me out. God told me why he said no, and it honestly makes so much sense. We're just going to start out in the fact that Galatians 1:10 specifically says, am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. Meaning you cannot be a people pleaser and serve God at the same time. It just don't work out like that. Here's the catch when it comes to that verse. I am a major people pleaser, not as much as I used to be, but like when it comes to liking somebody or getting myself into a relationship, whether it's an actual relationship or a friendship, I changed myself because I have a fear of abandonment and I don't want them to leave me. Here's why I have a feeling that God told me no. That's one of the reasons. So when I get close to somebody, whether it be in a relationship or a friendship, I completely throw my faith out. Especially if they're not Christian. Like if I end up like being friends with like a non-Christian person, I would completely throw my faith out because I was like, nobody wants to be friends with a Christian girl. I'm glad I'm not like that anymore because, oh gosh, that would be, yeah. But like I would throw my faith out and just go and be like with this group of friends, whatever, and just do everything that the flesh wanted. When it comes to a relationship, I would still throw my faith out, try to change myself to what he likes, just so that he doesn't leave me. I understand now, like, when I threw my faith out, I was hoping that, you know, this person that I'm talking to has a faith of their own. And then I would take their faith and hope that, you know, he has a strong enough faith to get us both into heaven. It does not work like that at all. So I'm glad God told me no, because it's actually really helping me develop my own faith and to know, like, people pleasing is so wrong. And it's a sin, and I can't please God if I'm pleasing people, because to please people, it's doing like worldly things and just sin, and that's not pleasing to God. Why would I want to do that when I can please God? If you feel me, I sit around and I was praying and I was just like, that makes so much sense on why like God straight up told me no. Like I'm really thinking about it and starting to think about like how I am as a person. And it honestly, it adds up, because with the fear of abandonment that I have and the changing myself for people to like me so that they don't leave me, because I've actually done that before, especially when it comes to friendships. Yeah, it's different now, because now that I have my own faith and I have my own relationship with Christ, and I'm not relying on other people's faith or other people's relationship, and I'm just relying, you know, solely on my own faith and trusting in God and reading the Bible and praying and doing all these things. Like, it's just like, but yeah, I really wanted to just make a YouTube video on this because this is just so cool. With Galatians 1:10 being like, you know, not to be a people pleaser because it's not pleasing to God, that really just changed my perspective in life. I'm praying about all these things, and it's just like I can feel God's presence while I'm praying, and I can like, I wouldn't say like I hear him directly, but sometimes I do. Like especially like when he told me that no, that was a straight no. Like he didn't even have to hide that one. That one I heard straight clear. Like I heard that so clear, and I'm just like, okay. Talking about God just makes me so excited, and it should. I'm studying the book of Philippians right now, and I'm almost done because there's only 4 chapters in Philippians, and I'm on chapter 4 today. My favorite chapter in Philippians right now is chapter 2. Chapter 2 in Philippians, it talks about like not to be selfish, but to like humble yourself and put others first, and that's in Philippians 2:3. And then in chapter 3, I have that chapter 3 verse 8 says, "What is more, I consider everything a loss because of my surpassing worth of knowing Christ Jesus my Lord, for whose sake I have lost all things. I consider them garbage that I may gain Christ." Which is just like everything is worthless when compared to Christ. Christ is bigger than literally everything. Like if you were to compare my mental health with Christ, I pray about this actually because I sometimes am like, okay, well, these define me. Like, if I lose these things, I don't know who I'd be. But I continuously pray and ask God, like, to know that like, my mental health and my mental illnesses do not define me as a person, and they do not define my walk with Christ, because Christ is bigger than these things, and Christ can literally defeat everything. Honestly, guys, that's just like the biggest things that are happening in my life right now. And just like some things that I've been studying, like specifically this week I've been studying Philippians. I'm super excited for what he has in store for my life, because honestly, just the things that he's done in my life over the last 4 months, it is just so cool. And if he can change me that much in the 4 months, like just imagine what he can do in my lifetime. And I'm super excited to like see all that he has in store. So yeah, that concludes this video. I will catch y'all in the next one. Love y'all.